Welcome to the Year-End Budget Review, 2018 edition.
Let's do this. Hey guys, it's Agent Nelson and Nelson in the house.
All right, so this is the Year-End Budget Review. It's a big deal to kind of review your annual finances and see what you did in the past year, what you need to change, what you want to do. Did you accomplish your financial goals? So we're taking it serious, so we decided to get dressed up for this and make it a serious thing.
It's a serious thing. For those of you who are just joining us, my name is Justine, and this is my husband, Kyle.
Hey.
And we are with Debt Free Millennials, the channel for all things millennial, money, and debt-free living. If you're joining us for the first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video from me, and tune in to our local monthly Beers and Budgeting, where we go over budgeting and beers. And that's no exception for our year-end budget review. So we thought, what better way than to highlight our year in 2018 and our budget with a really, really special brewery and special beers. So what do we have on the table today?
Well, first, I'd just like to say hi.
Hi.
So we went to Austin, Texas this year and went to Hi Sign Brewing, which happens to be Justine's cousin's brewery. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
We really enjoyed the brewery. It's an awesome setup, awesome venue, and really good beers. I highly recommend just getting a flight or a couple of them and trying all the beers because they're quite delicious. Some experimental areas, some go-tos. So what we got are a few of the cans. I'm drinking the Seamus the Fiddler. It's an Irish red. It's delicious, very drinkable. And babe, what do you got today?
I am drinking Violet, the blueberry blonde. Is that not the most adorable can art that you have ever seen in your life? Just so cute. If you guys are ever in the Austin, Texas area, be sure to look up Hi Sign Brewery. And I'm not just saying that just because it's family. It is family. But the beer is really diverse. There's
really good.
Just a whole bunch of different flavors, one for everybody, and you can go in, play some games, have a flight. It's just a really fun atmosphere, and my uncle is the Better Beer Ambassador, so be sure to ask for Uncle Jerry when you go there, okay? Hi, Uncle Jerry.
Hey.
And Aunt Patty also did a lot of the deco inside as well, because she's so DIY.
It's true. That is very true.
Okay,
All
so
right, let's crack these.
Let's
get started. I'm gonna do mine in the can.
You're gonna do yours in the can. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
Oh man, it's so good. I like red ales. Red ales are one of my more favorites, and this is a good red ale.
I do like red ales as well. The blueberry blonde is not sweet, so this is not a cider beer. This is a blonde that has hints of blueberry flavor, so it's great for just any time drinking, really.
But it'd be great by the pool beer. It's not as sweet as your Leinenkugel's summer shandy that tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not my. I know a lot of people like it. Not my cup of tea or can of beer. But this has a nice subtle hint of blueberry in the background that you're gonna love. We like it a lot.
Okay,
all right.
Without further ado,
down to business.
Let's get down to business, yo.
Biznitch.
Biznitch.
Can I say that?
Yes.
Okay.
Year-end review. This is a snapshot of how we spent on different expenses throughout the year and how much we brought in after taxes and a percentage of our annual budget.
Okay, so how much did we take home for the year?
So our take home for the year after taxes and after contributions to HSA and retirement, things like that, was around $89,000. That's for the year. So we averaged about $7,400 in income each month for 2018.
Okay.
I broke this down into our different budget items, and if we want to go ahead and just jump into the fixed category.
Okay, so we brought in $89,000. We spent $69,000. $20,000 left over.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like, where is that $20,000?
Ooh, this is why you do a year-end review.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go to our fixed expenses. How much did we spend on stuff?
Okay, so the fixed category are all the things that you have to pay for, the necessities, rent, cell phone bill, insurance, groceries, gas, all the things that you need to survive, basically. Our rent, we averaged 2,700 roughly, and we spent $32,635 in rent, which came out to be 37% of our budget.
That's stupid.
Yeah. This is for San Diego, California. So you should let us know. And the reason why this is a weird rent number is because our rent actually increased in 2018. We went from paying $2,730 to $2,755. So we came up with a long-term agreement with our property manager that we would agree to incremental increases for a longer lease term. So that's why it's a weird number, but that's just the average of what we paid per month.
We also had an extra parking spot for part of the year, which we rented out for $150 a month, a parking spot. So that's also included in that number.
Yes, actually it's included in our income because we record that as income.
Cool. But 37%.
This by far was the biggest expense of our budget.
Okay.
Biggest budget eater. Otherwise, it's really kind of interesting to see, like, cell phone was 1%. Internet was 1%. Groceries, alcohol, and toiletries, I lumped this together because at the beginning of the year we had alcohol and liquor as part of our groceries bill, and then we separated it out once we learned that we were having a little bit of a problem. So we were spending a lot on alcohol, so we separated that out, and that actually really helped us keep that spending under control. But for the purposes of this review, it's all together. So that took about 5% of our budget, which I think is average or less than average. I think that's really good.
5% on groceries, I think, is pretty good.
Yep. And what's even better is our gas was only 1% of our annual budget. So we averaged about $50 per month in gas.
Yeah.
And that's partly because I work from home and we only have one car.
Yeah. I mean, just doing the number in my head, if you add decimal points to these, you'll see that it's either a little bit less than 1% or a little bit more than 1%.
Right.
But now you're getting down in the weeds, so if you're a math nerd like I am, it's okay. All right, so
then I also added up how much we spent on tags, oil changes, car insurance, basically all the things that go along with car ownership and maintaining a car. So this number over out here to the right is the cost of maintaining our paid for Subaru Forester. This car we had paid for in cash about almost 2 years ago now.
wow, yeah.
So we don't have any car payments. We don't have any debt. That's the whole point of this channel. But the cost of maintaining that car was almost $1,800 for the year.
Wow.
$1,800 just to maintain it, use it, run it, etc.
So it costs $1,800 a year. So what's the yearly versus the monthly here?
And for what category?
I'm looking at tag and registration. Oh, it's tag and registration. This is the actual car expense.
Yeah, this is the.
So you're looking at 2K.
Yeah, this.
Oh, that's the summation of all those. All right. Yeah, I'm catching up here.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about this beer.
So I'm thinking 3% if you add up all of this, or a
Right.
little more than 3% and some change on just car maintenance type stuff.
Okay.
That's kind of our fixed expenses for the year. And I included some insurance numbers there, but those were not big budget busters. Renter's insurance and
Yeah.
jeweler's insurance.
Okay.
All right, the fun category. Restaurants, surprisingly low. Only 2% of our annual budget. We averaged about $158 4 restaurants each month, and that's for 2 people. So if you are operating with just your income, doing a budget just for yourself, and you're spending more than what we're spending for 2 in San Diego, take a hard look at why you're spending so much in restaurants and how you can, create some adjustments so that you're not spending so much on eating out, but you're still allowing yourself some experiences and indulgences at the same time. It's a balance. So I thought we did really well on that. And shopping too. Our shopping category typically included orders on Amazon, Lowe's, and Target runs.
Mm-hmm.
And we averaged about $132 in shopping expenses.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. What's even better is your clothing budget.
Trust me, I'm going to spend it all on socks.
You averaged $12.42 per month on your clothing budget. You only spent $148.99 on clothes last year.
Yes.
Huh? That is so crazy.
That's awesome.
Now, me on the other hand, I spent $400 on clothes and shoes and averaged about no, that's not right. $100 per month. That's not right. This is this. See, this is why we have these things. $33. There we go.
So you spent $400 this past year on clothes.
Mm-hmm.
That's still really good.
Yeah, and 2 of those I can think of were shoes. And shoes are expensive now.
Yeah.
I got some really nice hiking shoes, and then I got those Chacos sandals for Australia. Oh my gosh, they were amazing.
Yeah.
So, pretty good.
Cool.
Haircuts, we kind of stopped going out for haircuts, and I stopped dyeing my hair over a year ago. So we only averaged $1.17 per month on a haircut because you got your haircut at the barber, I think, one time.
Okay.
I think that's where that $14 came from.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep. Gifts, we spent almost $2,000 in gifts. Anniversaries, birthdays, Christmas, Valentine's, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that ended up being 2% of our annual budget.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really good.
Yeah.
And then we had our pocket money, which is basically our ATM withdrawals, just cash that we like to keep in our wallets. We usually split that $140, so it's what, 60, 80?
Yeah, roughly.
So that wasn't big. Our fun money is our entertainment fund. So anytime we go out to bars, go golf, you love to go golfing. Anytime we just do something fun, like go see a movie, that's where the fun money comes into play. And that was about 2% of our budget as well.
Okay. Cool.
Netflix memberships. Let's see what that is. Oh, Amazon Prime membership, the San Diego Zoo membership, and then the Chase credit card memberships. Those are just memberships that aren't really a necessity. We don't need those to survive, but they're a nice to have. We like having those Chase credit cards because of their perks. We like having Amazon Prime because of 2-day shipping. Duh.
Man.
So that was $343 in membership fees alone. It's kind of interesting to take a look at.
Yeah, it seems high, but I don't know. At the same time, I look at the benefit we get back, the return on our investment, the ROI for that. Doing Amazon 2-day shipping, we'll ship stuff for birthdays and stuff directly from Amazon to our parents for birthdays, siblings, all that kind of stuff. And I think just in shipping costs alone, if we were to go to a Target or whatever, buy it, do the $7 box at the UPS store, I don't think we'd get that money back. I think we are still coming out ahead by doing Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, I don't think you have to justify it to these people. I mean, everybody has Amazon
All right, then
Prime.
I'm justifying it to myself because $343 seems like a lot.
Yeah. Our treat yourself budget, we had $700 that we had saved up for in 2018, so that was just 1% of our budget. Miscellaneous under the fudge category. So the fudge category is specifically for those times where you forget something comes up that you didn't necessarily budget for. And we did about $100 in fudge damages, which I think is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, that means you know where things are going in your budget. It means you were able to think ahead and have good foresight.
All right, here's what's really shocking to me, the future category. Last year, we put down $6,000 towards the down payment fund, which was 7% of our budget. Whereas the vacation fund, we spent, and I think this is not 100% accurate, but we did 16 trips and we spent $11,580 on vacation alone. Now, the reason why I say I don't think this is completely accurate is because some of the trips that we took were kind of a business pleasure type deal. So you were getting per diems or reimbursed for your expenses.
Okay.
So I don't know if I was as organized on that in the beginning of the year as I was in the last half of the year. So,
Note for next year.
yes, this is rough estimate, but we did 16 trips together.
16? That's awesome.
Yeah, we went.
We had a lot of memories this past year. We had a lot of cool. We had a lot of cool experiences that we'll remember for a lifetime.
Absolutely. You know, some of the first time trips that we had ever taken together, New York City, Montana, New Orleans, well,
San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco, all these different
Glacier
places.
National Park, Australia. Man,
we had a great year in terms of traveling because we had companion pass with Southwest.
cheers
Boom.
to that. Yeah, I'm curious what this number would be if we didn't have companion pass.
Oh God.
But luckily, this next year, I traveled so much for work, I got companion pass. So last year, Justine had it. Now I have it. So we're going to do a lot of traveling again in 2019. And I'm not upset about that at all because we're taking advantage of our Southwest points, our Southwest credit card, all that stuff.
Yep.
So we're using it wisely.
Yep. And a lot of times, if you fly with Southwest for work, well, shoot, that flight is paid for.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm companion pass, which means I get to fly free. The only thing that you pay for is the 9/11 sales tax of $11.20 round trip.
That's a no-brainer right there.
That's the way to do it. So I'll be interested to see how much our vacation expenses are for 2019 next year.
All right.
Okay, this kind of makes me sad, but for my traditional IRA and my Roth IRA, and there was something else in here, Acorns I think is what I added,
Okay.
was only 4% of our annual budget.
Now, one thing I don't think you're taking into consideration in this is my work retirement.
Yep, yeah, I'm not taking in that
So
into consideration.
for my income, it's about, I think 12% right now is what I contribute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 12%. So my 12%, if you can add percentages like this, so assume that it's close to 15%, then I think we're about where we want to be. I would like to see that number higher. I'd like to see that number in the double digits.
Yes.
So maybe let's take a look at what I contributed and get an actual percentage, so that way we can figure out how much more we need to contribute to get that to at least a double-digit number for next year.
And I think also too for 2018, my income was like yeah. My income, it was all up and down in 2018. I was transitioning from marketing consulting into debt-free millennials, back into freelance writing, adding in different revenue streams. So still really trying to figure out how to run a business as an entrepreneur. And really, we were living off of one income for a majority of 2018.
Yeah.
So I think 2019 is going to be really exciting. I'm re-energized on how I'm bringing in different revenue streams for debt-free millennials, which is so important when you're running a business. So I think something like this, the 4% retirement and all of these other categories, I think we do a great job at living underneath our means despite living in a very high cost of living area, and still being able to enjoy ourselves with our friends and family and having these experiences. I think it's going to get even better in 2019.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for 2019.
So after seeing kind of a breakdown of all of this, like, what are your initial thoughts?
Well, like you said, retirement makes me sad. Rent makes me want to scream.
But honestly, that 37% was lower than what I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to be like 40%, which is insane. You know, you hear from other financial experts that talk about, oh, your rent or mortgage payment should be between 25 and 30%, and ours is 37%. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of cities in this country where you cannot be an average income earner and live within 25% of cost of living. You just can't do it. So that's the reality of the situation. We could move away from San Diego and probably really flip that number around. When we lived in Kansas, we had a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom apartment, and our rent was $700 a month. That is so cheap. That is so unbelievably cheap. You know, we're almost 4 times that here in San Diego. But I love my job. I've got a great boss, and those two things are hard to find sometimes. Justine likes her job.
I love my job.
She likes her boss.
I love my boss. And I love this city. I love the opportunities that San Diego has presented to me within the last 3+ years that we've been here. It's just been an incredible journey, and I don't know, I feel like a different version of myself here, like a better version of myself. And I feel like if we want to stay in San Diego, and that's what we love and we're happy here, our income is going to rise to the occasion. I was talking with a neighbor about that like last summer, and she was like, you know, if you guys love it here, you guys are smart and capable, your income is going to rise to the occasion. So I think that's true for any of you guys. If you're happy somewhere, or if you're unhappy somewhere and you're afraid to make a big city move or a change, just remember that your happiness is that your income is going to rise to the occasion. You are going to do everything in your power to make those things a reality.
Yep. We're going to try and get the total percentage of our income to rent, try and get that down by increasing our income.
Yep. I think that's a great goal. Which means I need to get my income up.
Deal. Yeah. Nothing else really surprised me besides the retirement number. But as your income goes up, the rent percent's going to go down, the retirement's going to go up.
I mean, this was kind of surprising a little bit, maybe not a lot. We did do a lot of trips, but $965 per month in vacation expenses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that's where we place an emphasis in our lives, so we like to travel, but that's still kind of interesting. Let us know if you guys are doing a year-end review. I'd love to know if that's something that you discussed with your partner. This is the first time, actually, that we've done this.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad we did it.
Me too. It's really eye-opening, and it gets us on the same page for the new year. And I hope that you guys are doing the same thing as well. And remember that you can find the budget toolkit template by heading over to debtfreemillennials.com/toolkit. I'll drop a link below so that you can use this budget template to start organizing your finances. That is key to getting out of debt and really moving yourself forward in your wealth and living a debt-free millennial lifestyle.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys, thanks for hanging in with us, and we'll catch you in another video. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.